So the update of all updates has finally released. I had the honor of posting a video that showed us things that we thought were going to come in the update, but they never did. It's kind of weird. What I've been seeing a lot of people talk about is how a lot of the stuff from the trailer is not in the update. You can see the trailer here. It has 2.2 million views. It was posted 2 days ago, so before the update. Everything in the first half of the trailer. This slap, not in the game. This, not in the game. This is in the game, it just has a different animation, which is fine. This little cutscene here is not in the game, but who cares because it leads into the move that's actually in the game. Everything up to this point is not in the game, and that pretty much means that every single move or attack that was shown there is a cutscene that's specially made for the trailer. So there is no slap that makes a giant hole in the wall. Would it have been nice to be notified that most of the stuff in the trailer was not real? Yes. Very nasty slap. It looks great, but it's not on the same level as what we saw in the trailer. This update was worth the wait, but was it well worth it? I'm not going to bore you with KJ, because you've all used KJ at this point. I think the more interesting thing to talk about is Suiryu, because a lot of weird stuff happened to Suiryu, but a lot of cool stuff happened as well. Firstly, Suiryu got his passive, finally. Let me just use like the coolest finisher ever to do this. When you land a finisher, and you do an uppercut, it does like this enhanced dragon version of the uppercut. It does a ton of damage, 26.5%. I think it's meant to be like a combo ender, like when you run out of moves. I'm sure everyone's gonna find some sort of tech to abuse it or something. That's just what this game is. That's the beauty of this game. Another interesting thing about Suiryu is that he got nerfed. You can evasive out of the first move now. Like when it does the drop down, you can evasive out of that. But something even cooler is the first move got replaced with Grand Fisher, which is like a giant block. If they're at the required HP for a finisher, this is the first ultimate move to have like a proper finisher. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. But if I'm remembering correctly, there's no other ultimate move in the game that has a proper finisher like this. And then they gave Suiryu his own version of dropkick almost, except it's much harder to hit than dropkick, and it's much easier to cancel. I didn't find this out until like very recently. You can cancel this. Look. So use it. In this startup animation, this can get canceled. Someone can just come up and punch you and cancel it. But if you land it, oh my god, that does 85%. But it's so easy to cancel. If you're up against someone that's going to use this, they use it, and you're like over there, they could just front dash to you and cancel it. Or if they have like a ranged attack like Genos, Sonic, Tatsumaki, it's sort of like Metal Bass moves. Funny thing I found with the head first finisher, if you're near a wall and you do the finisher like this, it's like the easiest way to get on the walls. This is kind of perfect. Usually you have to do like an omnidirectional punch on a trash can to get like up this high. Imagine you're getting ganged on by like a whole pack of kill streak hunters. You got a kill streak of like 30. You're about to finish a guy, but you're at red HP. Run to the wall, finisher him, get up here, you're safe. I wonder how this never got leaked. This is like the one thing that people would go absolutely insane over, yet it somehow never got leaked. Whatever they're doing in the TSB development community, they got it on lockdown. If someone found out that you could become the boss, how tempting would it be to tell your friends? Like, come on. You have like the most obvious Frozone move, like that, but then you have like an ice spear, but you have some like really cool attacks, and it's pretty strong too. Like, what's the range on this? The range on this is kind of crazy. Look at that. Like that. Oh my god. You see the range on that? That's crazy. The thing with this moveset is that it has freeze damage. So if you hit him, it does the damage, and then it does an extra 5%. The first move is actually the second strongest base move in the entire game, I think, next to normal punch. This does 30% if you factor in the ice and the base attack, while normal punch does 31%. Of course, it does 1% more. This is a very different take on the boss like idea, because it's not like crab levels of HP. It's like 2 to 3 times the regular amount. So you can actually realistically fight somebody and beat them while they're using this moveset. It sounds crazy, but it's possible. It's very unlikely that you're gonna win. It is possible, unlike the crab, where you were pretty much going to die, no matter what. pretty messed up looking dog. The day has finally come when TSB's weather, day-night cycle, even the Aurora Borealis, which I somehow missed. You can only get this Souls RNG aura-looking emote when it's nighttime and there's the Aurora Borealis in the sky. I got it. I don't know how I missed it. Anyways, the Child Emperor section is going to be very, very quick, simply due to the fact that you can charge the second move. If you hold it, it'll stay like that, and then it'll dish out as much damage as possible. And it's a ton of damage. Let me just see how much damage this is, because I forgot about this when I was ranking the strongest moves. That does 35.2%. That is the strongest base move in the game, actually, if you charge it. Landing that is going to be pretty hard, unless you do the one-shot combo that I just happened to discover when a certain individual who finally updated his game used it on me.
Goodbye, my friend. It was a combo!
This character needs time to marinate. It is too early. We gotta give it time. One of the most interesting reworks in this was probably the Garo thing. So instead of giving Final Hunt like a cutscene or reworking another one of the moves, they gave Crushed Rock a variant. And it's a close range variant. So if you do this, it'll do a special animation. And it does 30% damage. And if you see after that, it like lunges me forward. That is meant to be a continuation of sorts. At the end of the move, it automatically sends you out, it lunges you forward, and then tries to grab another person like that. And then it does the same thing over and over. This seems like the perfect move to use against teamers. At least Garo got like some sort of rework. At least he got something. It's been so long. Look at these. Arm pops off. Excellent. And if you don't count finishers where people get burnt, technically Windstorm Fury is the longest time a move has gone without a finisher. Look at the impact here. One of the most surprising things is that our boy Sonic actually got some attention. I thought Whirlwind Kick had a fine finisher, even though it wasn't really a finisher. I gotta do that again. Come on. Look at this. That might be my new favorite. They're all so cool. It's hard to choose. Look at how clean it is. Like there's no obnoxious sound effects. It's so smooth. And that's what I love about this game. Something that people have been sus about is these things right here. So you have paid emotes. I think these are good because it's a safe way of monetizing the game without becoming fish. It's not like greedy. It's actually cool what you get from paying the Robux. Like look at that. And you get this forever. You have this forever, and it's limited time. In a few months, you could use this and someone's like, oh, what's that? I want it. You can flex your limited item on this poor person that really wants it as well. But it's too bad for them because you're the only one that has it there. It's just peak. Look at that. This is the most harmless way of monetizing the game. It's kind of perfect. Oh yeah, if you haven't noticed it, I'm gonna point it out again, just to stick it in your faces. Look at how detailed my peanut is now. Compare it to... Okay, let's take a side-by-side. Look, I'll put an old screenshot of before the update, and then this now. Can you believe it was like that before? Thank you to whoever put this in. You are amazing. Last thing, VC servers. This might be a mistake. There's 4 people here. That guy looks very, You should have dodged.